like to welcome everybody. The number one favorite station at ATL, Power 108.9.
Tired of all that baloney they force feed you on social media?
Yes.
Then get connected to Power 108.9, a station for the people.
If you're a content creator, social media socialite, influencer, or simply love to record current events, you need the joystick. The joystick is an essential tool for every type of digital content creator. It holds 2 or more mobile phones or tablets, allowing users to stream and record hands-free on multiple apps simultaneously. And it's lightweight and portable. For more information or to purchase your joystick today, visit our website at www.joystick.com.
Yo, it's Michael McFadden of Power 108.9, and I want to ask you a question. Are you looking for a new house? If so, you need to holler at our guy, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson. AlvinJameson.com. Yeah, Alvin like the chipmunk, and Jameson like that fine whiskey. Not only can he help you on the purchase of that new home, he can also assist you on that refinance as well. So whether it's FHA, conventional, and of course that VA home loan that you sitting on right now, yo, call Alvin Jameson. 404-587-9033. Once again, 404-587-9033. Trust the guy we trust here at Power 108.9. Alvin Jameson. AlvinJameson.com, or just call him 404-587-9033. And of course, tell him you heard it right here on Power 108.9. Let's go. Yo, it's Michael McFadden over here at Power 108.9. Hey, check this out. 2 things people always ask me about here at Power. 1, who did your business cards? And 2, who did those exterior graphics for you? Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Create Graphics. That's Create Graphics with an X.net. Now, Create Graphics provides you with a very creative approach to taking your brand to another level. We're talking about superior quality and excellent customer service. And with every project, you will get that one-on-one experience from start to finish. So if it's interior graphics, exterior graphics, vehicle wraps, or even graphic design, trust the team we trust here at Power 108.9. And that's CreateGraphics.net. Create Graphics, GRAPHIX.net. And of course, tell them you heard it right here, Power 108.9.
My powerful and pristine people, it's your boy E-Money, your favorite engineer. Check it out. If you want to get involved with Power 108.9 as far as partnerships and advertising, if you want to reach our 50,000 plus listeners and viewers per week, please email power1089ads@gmail.com. That's power1089ads@gmail.com. Speak to our marketing director so we can get you set up and ready to go. Let us help you reach your targeted audience and expand your brand.
Question: what's the only station where you can get R&B, hip-hop, pop, and talk radio? Time's up.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
So people, if you've never been to Power 108, let me tell you something. It smells amazing. I don't know where the smell is coming from. It looks vacuumed. The microphone has definitely been sanitized. Okay, like this is a no COVID zone. Okay, this is a no germ zone. Okay, yes. I wanted to cough, but I'm scared.
Surgery.
If I cough, I feel like somebody's gonna come get me. It's gonna be like, "Skr, come with me."
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
The opinions and views expressed by this program are those of the program host, and guest, and do not necessarily reflect the views of Power 108.9 and its officials. We hope you enjoy.
Power 108.9 is the website. Hey, we got an awesome show for you today. Power. We got shout it. 108.9 is the website. Like this website. Got some super duper cool people.
With Michael and friends. So much power.
Mornings with Michael and friends right here on Power 108.9. We got an awesome show for you today. We got some cool people hanging out with us today. As a matter of fact, today's show is being brought to you by our very own Alvin Jameson. Yeah, if you're looking for a new house and you stuck because you can't get no mortgage, guess what? You need to holler it out, folks. Alvin Jameson. Yeah, you can check out the website, alvinjameson.com. And on top of that, he's going to be hanging out with us today like he always does. And we got a whole bunch of news to talk about today, starting with Joseph Biden will tell you what the latest he said about Russia and Ukraine. We'll also talk about a scorned girlfriend down in Florida, man. I'll tell you what she did to her Florida police officer friend. Also, too, man, if you living up in New York City, hey, they got the worst unemployment rate in the United States of America. Yep, that's why they be moving down here to Atlanta so they can get these jobs at the Waffle House. Also, too, man, the Federal Reserve Chair, my man Jerome, got something to say. I'll tell you as it pertains to interest rate hikes, and we got Alvin in the building to elaborate on that. And then also, too, man, if you live in Georgia or Florida, you may be getting some relief at the gas pump because they're looking to suspend gas taxes. But I actually filled up this morning, and gas prices were under $4. So stop tripping out there. Get y'all life together. Catch MARTA if you can't afford gas. Stop driving a damn car. And then also, too, as always, we got your birthdays and shout-outs. We got your national days. We got your on this days. And then I mentioned that today's show is being brought to you by my man Alvin Jameson. Yeah, he's in the building with us. He's going to be hanging out with us today. We're going to talk about these new interest rates. Yeah, that's what y'all need to be worried about. Hey, I got to say good morning to my man Daniel. Ricker, what up? Mercia, what up? And, of course, hello, Latasha. And shout out to you on your big day. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. It's Mornings, Michael, Friends, right here on Power 108.9. Let's go. Yo, it's Michael McFadden of Power 108.9, and I want to ask you a question. Are you looking for a new house? If so, you need to holler at our guy, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson. AlvinJameson.com. Yeah, Alvin like the chipmunk, and Jameson like that fine whiskey. Not only can he help you on the purchase of that new home, he can also assist you on that refinance as well. So whether it's FHA, conventional, and of course that VA home loan that you sitting on right now, yo, call Alvin Jameson. 404-587-9033. Once again, 404-587-9033. Trust the guy we trust here at Power 108.9. Alvin Jameson. AlvinJameson.com, or just call him 404-587-9033. And of course, tell him you heard it right here on Power 108.9. Let's go. Hey, shout out to National 420 Day.
Yes, all the cheapers out there.
Yeah,
you wouldn't know what that means.
Cheapers, I know. We used to say that back in the 70s and 80s, I think. Using that old lingo.
You know what a doobie is?
A brother.
No.
You know, Doobie Brothers.
Yeah, that's not, I never really thought about that.
Speaking of the Doobie Brothers, that episode when Rerun got caught trying to record the concert with his tape recorder.
That's a old. You got a really good memory.
Classic. My bad. I just cursed.
Yeah.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Malik McFadden, and did you know that you can listen to Power 108.9 24/7? Just visit the website power1089.com or simply say, Alexa, play Power 108.9. Yeah.
Welcome back. Mornings with Michael and Friends. Power 108.9. Today's show is being brought to you by Alvin Jameson. Alvin's in the building with us. What up, Alvin?
What up, man?
Welcome back.
Man, good to be back. Man.
Hopefully everything is all right with you and the family.
No complaints, man.
Did you catch the bus in this morning?
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Because I think I would never hear you complaining about gas prices.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a necessary evil, man. I mean, dude, you have the option to drive. You gotta take the good and the bad. I mean, you get to control your time with driving the car wherever the heck you want to go. And then what comes with it is the gas prices and the maintenance and the responsibility of having a vehicle. That's what it is.
Or you could do like Ford and just get you a Ford, because Ford promises 7 new electric vehicles by 2024 as it splits business into separate divisions for combustion engine cars and battery models. They made the announcement that they're going to have 3 electric cars, one of them based on the Volkswagen ID4 SUV, and 4 will be electric vans as a part of his plans to remove emissions from the United States of America and all over the globe by 2035. I'm really thinking about investing into an electric John.
I mean, I hear you on that. My only hold up on that is what happens if you forget to plug your car in?
That's like you forgetting to get gas. That's just like you forgetting to get. Yes. Have you ever ran out of gas? Have you ever ran out of gas?
One time.
Okay, then you forgot to put gas in your car.
But it's not like going to get gas. Like, I can't pull over to Quick Trip and plug in my car and get gas.
So that means that you have to be more responsible.
It's something called life. Sometimes you forget.
How you gonna? You know what? Tasha told me don't argue with you this week. Because sometimes, like you make my blood boil. That's like people that got mad in the people got mad in the state of Georgia when Georgia said that they're gonna stop selling alcohol on Sunday. Well, let me rephrase that.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Georgia never served alcohol on Sunday. Prior to probably you moving to Atlanta. Georgia was a dry state on Sunday. You could not buy alcohol on Sundays.
That had to change in the 2000s.
I'm not sure what year it was, but yes, very, very recently. It hasn't been too long, but you couldn't buy alcohol on Sundays. So why were you mad that you couldn't buy alcohol on Sundays? Just buy it Saturday. Same thing with your electric car. If you forget, if you're a grown ass person and you forget to charge up your electric car before your commute, that's on you. That's what you get.
I'm not saying it's not on me. I take responsibility for it, but I mean, life happens. I mean, you're on the phone, you forget. You got kids running around doing this, and this. Dude, you forget stuff, man.
And steadily you're driving and you see your engine hand going down by E.
And then you be like, oh my God, it's not like I can pull over to a gas station and plug up.
Well, most places, some places now, I know shopping malls have them. They even have them in the parking decks here at the Battery, where they are very electric car friendly, and there are a lot of places that you see. You probably don't notice them because you don't have one, and you're not consciously looking for them, but there are places out there that allow you to fill up. I'm not sure. I'm not an electric car driver yet, but I'm sure they do.
It's giving people excuses to go to the mall.
Who's still shopping at the mall? I don't know the last time I purchased something at the mall. Hey man, let's talk about the elephant in the room. 4% interest rates. You've been talking about it for the past 12 months.
4%. You might as well jump up to 5% right now, man. Dude, the feds have waved the white flag, man. They really have. They are no longer buying down interest rates, and they have actually hiked the interest rates. And I
so you can't buy your rate down no more?
I mean, you can always buy your
rate
okay.
Down.
It's just going to cost you money to do it. But I think the real reason is they're trying to slow down this economy, man. I mean, this war is anytime you go to war, anytime there's a war, investors get scared. It's more of the unknown of what's really going to happen. And these rates are, the feds are like, you know what? We bought down these rates for the longest time, and you know what? Now it's time to, slow the economy down a little bit. So it's kind of like a give and take. Like we gave for a little while, now we need to take because we're looking at it from a 50,000 foot view.
So talk about slowing the economy down. What is that in layman's term? What do you mean in layman's term?
That means the economy is out of control. So hence the gas prices, hence unemployment, hence various other things that it takes to make the economy run.
So when you say slow it down, you mean stopping people from purchasing?
Well, not really stopping people.
Then what you mean?
That means basically it's kind of like an inverse effect. So it's like, all right, you know what? We got to give here, so therefore we can have a bigger picture of slowing everything down and making the economy whole. So when you make the economy whole, you give on the interest rates. So therefore it's like, all right, look, we're no longer spending money in this bucket right here, and due to the fact that we're not spending money in this bucket, now we can ease the gas prices.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like it slows people down from purchasing. Yeah, so it slows them down from purchasing. Pull it up a little bit for me, baby boy. What happened?
Battery.
Oh, we got you, man. Yes. Hey, so that's what we mean. Slowing it down is just slowing people down from purchasing. Oh, yeah. For instance, if interest rates continue to go up, or inflation, like Jerome said. Jerome made a comment on Monday. He said that the central bank may need to get more aggressive in interest rate hikes as inflation is much too high. He says that you may need to make the aggressive hikes to combat record-breaking inflation soaring too high. So the higher we push the rates, there's a higher probability of people not purchasing as much, and then it slows that purchasing down. Correct?
Yes, but also it's lack of inventory too. I know you're talking to Keita about that all the time. It's lack of inventory, man.
And not just houses. We're just talking about an economy. Period. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so from a totality standpoint, like I said, it's a give and take. And it's like, all right, we help the economy out in this aspect with the mortgage rates. Now we got to help the economy out with gas prices, with food prices, with just everything underneath the sun.
This isn't the first time we've seen this, though, right?
No, it's not. No, not at all. Not at all. And we're going to see it again. I mean, we're still, Mike, you like 60 years old, so you only got a couple more times
51.
to do it, man.
Just 51.
Just 51. But you got a couple more times. But just keep in mind, man, it's a roller coaster ride, and every so often, not even every so often, every probably 10 years, you're going to see something along these lines happen. It's just the way the market works, just like the stock market. I mean, has ups and it has downs. I mean, it's you just got to roll with it. But if you look at it from a 10-year average, everything is normal.
So shout out to your man Jerome, and you've always been a fan of Jerome, ain't you?
I remember when we first talked about Jerome. It was like, Jerome's a white dude? Like, for real?
Nah, we initially we said Jerome was a brother.
I know.
That's initially what we said.
I know.
But Jerome need to check his damn 23andMe and find out where he really come from. So yeah, and we talk about this interest rate hikes, man. We'll talk about a little bit later on how that affects your mortgage rate. And when Alvin told you years ago, hey, go on, jump on it. We're gonna talk about how much money you possibly are losing out on and paying more. Because let's be real, you talk about an interest rate of a 0.5% jump. I think we talked about this yesterday. 0.5% or 0.75%. How much is that on a mortgage? Just like this, roughly speaking.
It's not much. I mean, you might be talking $50, $100, maybe even $150. It just depends on the price of the totality of the house.
Yeah.
So it's not much, man. I mean, people put a lot of emphasis on interest rates, and again, I mean, I get it. $50, $100, $200 over a 30-year span, it could be a lot. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I mean, the likelihood of someone staying in their house 30 years is
slim to none.
Pretty much.
I don't know. You probably will.
No. That's because I have a wife that wants to move.
No, well, if that's the case, she gonna. Yeah, about to say she gonna let you leaving. Wifey's moving. You'll stay there though, wouldn't you?
If it's up to me,
you got that goddamn basement done.
Yeah, man, I'm loving it, man. I thoroughly am loving it. I just scroll back, got the big TV right there. I love it, man. I love the basement. You got the gym right there. I hopped on the Peloton the other day. Got the elliptical machine in there. I'm actually thinking about the what is that thing called? Tonal. The thing LeBron does.
I just go to Planet Fitness. They got everything in there I need, so I'm good. Gone are those days.
I'm a homebody, man. I everything is right at the crib, man. I thoroughly enjoy it, man. The exercise room's right there. The bar's right there. Go outside. Got the cigars right there. Go upstairs. You got the kitchen. I call it AJ's kitchen. I was like, my wife was like, oh, let's go out to eat. Oh, I got a place. Where you want to go? AJ's kitchen. She was like...
Hey, today is March the 22nd. That means that we celebrate National West Virginia Day. Yeah, on this day, March 22nd recognizes the last state to be created from one of the original 13 colonies. When Virginia voted to secede from the Union, West Virginians held firmly to their Union loyalties, of course. Have you ever been to West Virginia? Y'all know exactly why they did that. But they created their own constitution and approached Congress for statehood. Well, West Virginia, the 35th state, was admitted to the Union on June 20th, 1863, and it was the only state formed from another state and one to be created during the Civil War. So that those that don't know, West Virginia was actually a part of Virginia back in the day until they broke it off.
Yeah, and it's something called a Commonwealth.
And it's a Commonwealth state.
Commonwealth,
it's a Commonwealth state. And the reason I bring it up,
different than any other states. But I went to school in Virginia.
My mother actually was born in Bluefield, West Virginia. So we used to go up there every now and then. And shout out to my folks over there at Metro Brokers, my man Kevin Levent, man. We should do an annual trip up there to the Hatfield and McCoy Mountains and do some four-wheeling during the week of Thanksgiving, man. And it was super cool to be out there in the mountains. But you know what? Do not stray away from the group. That's all I will say. If you ever seen that damn movie, what was that movie with Ned Beatty in it? Damn, I got to think of the name of that movie. They were in the mountains, hillbillies in the mountains. It'll come to me. Somebody will remind me. But when we were four-wheeling, that's all I used to think about was just getting lost out there. So shout out to West Virginia.
Out there when you was four-wheeling?
Oh yeah, during Christmas. I mean, it wasn't New York cold, but yeah, it was nice out there. It was nice. So we had a great time out there. It was also too on this day, speaking of New York City, that up in 2018, the New York Stock Exchange announced that their first woman head would be Stacey Cunningham. And that happened in 2018. And then on this day in 1993, you remember the Intel computers? Yeah, they introduced the Pentium processor. Yeah, the 64-bit, 60 megahertz, 100 plus MIPS. I don't understand what none of those numbers mean, but yeah, they introduced that on this day back in 1993. So shout out to them. When living up in New York, did you ever go down to the district, the Wall Street district down there? What?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it was a regular thing. Have I been there? I've been there a couple times, but it's almost like, have you been to Statue of Liberty? Have you been?
Yeah,
like one of those places. Like, all right, man. It's like,
does it feel like money down there? I don't remember going down there.
It's more of a tourist attraction type of thing.
But that's what stuff go down there though.
Yeah. When you say go down, what do you mean go down?
New York Stock Exchange.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's the heart of the banking industry. Yeah, absolutely.
Was that ever an influence of you getting into money?
No, had nothing to do with that. No, nothing to do with it at all. I mean, I'm more of a, I don't know. I just like people. I just like talking to people. I like interacting with people. I just like, and just sales just naturally just went with who I am, man. It's like, so it's like, all right, I remember my first job out of college was door-to-door sales, vacuum cleaners. I got 2 of them. I love those vacuum cleaners, man.
Maybe that's why you're a homebody now, because selling them damn door-to-door vacuum cleaners, like, it really scared you of people. But you was out there getting that bread though. How much were you getting per vac?
It really depends, because it goes off of they call it medallions. So when you sell 15 machines in 1 month, you get a medallion, and when you get up to 5 medallions, you get the machine for $500, and then they sell the machine for $2,500.
Oh, they was really pimping y'all.
Yeah, so I mean,
they was really pimping y'all. They was Nino Brown and y'all, wasn't
I made it up to 3 diamonds.
Okay.
And then my mom yanked me out. She was like, I ain't studying in school to sell vacuum cleaners. So she was like, yeah, you coming back up to New York, man. So
basically what they were saying was, okay, you can purchase it at this price, and then you can put whatever you want on top of it.
Yeah.
Much. Oh yeah, you was selling dope. Yeah. If you ever say you wasn't a hustler, brother. If you ever say you did not sell, you was not a hustler. Yes, you was.
I just enjoy it, man. I like it's more of like the adrenaline rush for me, and that's what sales are for me. It's like you make something out of nothing. So it's like, all right, you have to go out into this world, into this environment, and create an atmosphere where you can go out and help somebody, but in the back end make some money as well.
I think, like, just being real, sales is the only job where you control the amount of money that you make.
Yeah,
that's the only place.
Absolutely.
That's the only way that if you want to become wealthy, I think that's the only way that's gonna happen is in sales, because they can't cap you. You know what I'm saying? They can't put a cap on you, and the more you put into it, the more you're gonna get out of that. And that's what influenced me as far in the sales game. Like there was no limit on it. You know what I'm saying?
I enjoy sales. Like, I thrive in that environment. It's just something about that just does it for me. And I just like talking to people, interacting with people, helping people. It's just all of those factors come into it. But you also have to be mindful, and you have to be goal oriented. And I love my whiteboard. Like, I have a whiteboard. I keep track of everything. I track everything. I track my sales. I track how many people I talk to. You just got to track everything, so therefore you control what you're doing.
Well, I bet you back in 1981 you would have been a successful salesperson at RCA, because it was on this day back in 1981 that RCA put its Selectra Vision laser disc player on the market. On this day back in 1981, you would have crushed that, wouldn't you? That damn laser disc player.
How was I in 1981? I was
10.
4. I was 4. I was 4 in 1981.
You remember laser disc player or nah?
Yeah, I remember. I remember all the 8 tracks. I remember all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was fun. I actually wish I was almost a little bit older, so I can enjoy the 70s a little bit. I mean, I was born in the 70s, so I really didn't enjoy it or know anything about it.
No,
you know, I just wish I was of age in like the 70s and stuff, or the 80s.
Hell, I didn't even enjoy the 70s. I mean, I was born in 1970, but yeah, going through that phase of, like you said, 8-track players, seeing my first 8-track converter, right? Because it was at that time where cars were converting to tape decks. So then they had this converter where you could plug into your tape player and then put the 8-track in there. You could play the 8-track through the damn tape player. We hadn't even hit the CD player yet by that time. But I remember the laser disc player. One of my mama friends, wink, wink, Pops, if you watching, we used to go over his house, and he had a laser disc player, and the laser disc player played the big 12-inch like a record. It was the size of a record. Okay. And one of the first movies he had was History of the World Part 1. So I remember watching History of the World Part 1 on that laser disc player while my mama and her friend was chilling. I'm sure.
Netflix and chilling, huh? In today's
with the laser disc player, right?
Netflix and chilling. That's pretty much what they was
So
doing.
shout out to the laser disc player, man, and RCA who did this on this day back in 1981. And then also, too, man, it was on this day. I thought about you when I saw this yesterday. In 1903, Niagara Falls ran out of water due to a drought. Can you believe that? 1903, Niagara Falls went completely dry because of the lack of rain back in the day. And that was another question I wanted to ask you. Like, how far were you from Niagara Falls, and have you ever been?
I have been in 8-9 hours from Niagara Falls.
Oh, okay. That's a nice ride, huh?
Yeah, that's upstate.
But you've been up there though before?
Yeah, I have. It was, I want to say it was a train ride for some conference. I don't remember what conference it was that I was part of, but yeah, we went up there. Went up to Buffalo. Went up to all.
I have to go see that. Like that's something that I want to see before I'm up out of here. In the States is Niagara Falls, because that actually separates America and Canada too, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. What was it? Did you tell me about the experience? Like is it?
I was young.
You was young.
I was young. I was probably in maybe junior high school or something like that when I went up there. So not like I have vivid memories of it, but it's more of like, all right, let's check it off the box. Let's check it off the box. Like, all right, been to Statue of Liberty, check it off the box. Been on Wall Street, check it off the box. Been all these different places. Staten Island, riding the ferry, check it off the box. So we like, all right, man.
Hey, we hanging out with our very own Alvin Jameson. Gotta say happy birthday to Southview's very own. I know birthdays and shout outs coming up in a second, but gotta say happy birthday to Lena. Happy birthday to you, Lena. We're gonna shout y'all doing the birthdays too. And my man Monty celebrating the birthday today too. My pleasure, brother. Thank you, and happy birthday to you. Hey, I want to let y'all know that it has taken over 200 years, 233 years to be more Pacific. That's how they say it up in New York. 233 years to arrive at this moment that the first black woman nominated to be Justice of the Supreme Court, which upheld racial segregation in America. Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson makes history yesterday as the GOP vows for no over the top stuff, as they say, as she continues her confirmation to become the first African American female Supreme Court justice. Trivia question: I don't know if you was listening to the show yesterday or not, but who is the longest Supreme Court justice that's in place right now? The longest in place right now. It shocked the hell out of me. Clarence Thomas. Believe it or not, Clarence Thomas is the longest sitting Supreme Court justice to date right now. He was put in by former President George H.W. Bush back in 1991, I think the date was. But he's the longest sitting Supreme Court justice.
Black or white?
Period. Longest, yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so now you know. Hey, with that being said, when we come back, we got your birthdays and shout outs. And also, too, man, if you're in Georgia or Maryland, I'll tell you when you can expect the gas prices, the gas taxes to be suspended. And then I got that story about David Ortiz. Remember David Ortiz got shot back in the day? I'll tell you the true story about what happened. David Ortiz finally spoke out about it the other day. So do me a favor, don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. It's mornings, Michael Friends, right here on Power 108.9. Let's go.
108.9, the station for the people.
If you're a content creator, social media socialite, influencer, or simply love to record current events, you need the joystick. The joystick is an essential tool for every type of digital content creator. It holds 2 or more mobile phones or tablets, allowing users to stream and record hands-free on multiple apps simultaneously. And it's lightweight and portable. For more information or to purchase your joystick today, visit our website at www.joystick.com.
Yo, it's Michael McFadden of Power 108.9, and I want to ask you a question. Are you looking for a new house? If so, you need to holler at our guy, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson. AlvinJameson.com. Yeah, Alvin like the chipmunk, and Jameson like that fine whiskey. Not only can he help you on the purchase of a new house, if so, you need to holler at our guy as well. So whether it's FHA, conventional, and of course that VA home loan that you sitting on right now, yo, call Alvin Jameson. 404-587-9033. Once again, 404-587-9033. Trust the guy we trust here at Power 108.9. Alvin Jameson. AlvinJameson.com, or just call him 404-587-9033. And of course, tell him you heard it right here on Power 108.9. Let's go. Yo, it's Michael McFadden over here at Power 108.9. Question: what's the only station where you can get R&B, hip-hop, pop, and talk radio? Time's up.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
You can't even come over.
You got the blocker.
Yes.
Oh man, you gifted. I put that in my bed. My wife.
But see, my thing is this: with that type of bed, I've always wondered, does it help you leverage? You know what I'm saying, when you're handling business, right?
Well, we're over 50,
right.
so
It's side only.
That leverage.
It's spit, swipe, stick. Spit, swipe, stick. Spit, swipe, stick.
And dismount.
It's time for us to go to commercial.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
This is Sasha Mercedes on Climax Sessions. Oh, shit. This is Sasha Mercedes of Climax Sessions, and you're listening to Power 108.9.
Welcome back. Mornings with Michael and Friends, Power 108.9. Today's show is being brought to you by my guy, Alvin Jameson. Yeah, what's that number, Alvin?
Man, it's 404-587-9033. Again, 404-587-9033. Give me a call. Let's have a conversation offline.
Yo, yesterday, David Ortiz, man, he actually hired a private investigator back in the day. David Ortiz says that a Dominican drug king was jealous of his fame, so he hired a hitman to take out David Ortiz back in 2019, contradicting what local authorities were putting out there about the theory that the shooter mistook David Ortiz for somebody else. Yeah, they said a Dominican drug dealer that goes by the name of... No, I'm not saying that dude's name.
He gonna send him
right.
to Atlanta.
I'm not gonna say that. Right. I'm not gonna say that brother name. Nah, never mind. I ain't even gonna do that story. If he could get to David Ortiz, he could probably get to our ass. So that's what they came to conclusion with. Hey, and also too, man, today is March the 22nd. That means that we celebrate National 3D Day. Yeah, National 3D Day celebrates the art, science, and history of the 3D imagery. Yeah, each year in March on the third day of the third week of the third month. See how they did that?
Say it again.
Each year in March, on the third day of the third week of the third month, we explore the technologies used to create 3D photographs, movies, art, and we celebrate the many ways that these images may have viewed and enjoyed over the year. Do you remember your first 3D movie?
No, I don't. I can't remember. I don't even think. No, I have seen the 3D movie.
Mine was a movie called Parasite. I remember I was living in DC. We were in Southeast, and I want to say it was me, Andrew, and Bruce. I want to say that was the crew that snuck to the movie theater for some reason, and we went to go see a movie called Parasite. And it was a 3D jaunt, and this had to be like in the mid 80s when we saw it. That was the first 3D experience, and it was scary as hell. Just FYI, even back then with the paper 3D glasses, you don't remember those?
I mean, I do, but I wasn't really into. I'm not a sci-fi person or anything like
Yeah,
that. Bro.
see, that's why.
In high school, we had a friend that worked.
Can't talk
at the
about
movie
nothing with this
theaters.
brother. This brother don't do nothing.
We used to sneak into the movie because we had a friend that worked at the movie theater. So at night, he used to be the manager, and we used to just go in there and just bring beer and liquor and all that stuff and just sit in the movie theater and just drink and watch movies, man. But it wasn't 3D, man, because I'm not a sci-fi person. That just doesn't do it. It's just like The Walking Dead. Like,
But Alvin, everything is not everything. If it's 3D, it doesn't mean it's sci-fi. Doesn't mean it's sci-fi. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, me and Albert can't have fun together. Like, we have nothing in common. Nothing in common. So I asked Albert something. Nah, I just stay in the house. I just,
just go somewhere. Here, let's go here, go there.
So just FYI, ladies and gentlemen, do not invite Alvin out. He's not gonna have a good time.
I'm gonna have a good time.
He's gonna be the Debbie Downer of the crew.
Negative.
You need one of those though. You need somebody.
Negative, man.
Hey, with that being said, guess what time it is?
It's your birthday. In here tonight. Girl, it's your birthday. In here tonight. Give it to me, go.
Yo, if you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Birthdays are being brought to you by our very own Oliver Adams, aka Coach Oliver Adams, who always reminds us that true power comes from the inside of you, and once the power to live is ignited, change happens immediately. Hey, you grab a copy of his latest book. It's called Fix Your Credit, Transform Your Life. And you can check it out on his website, oliveradams.com. Hey, if you're celebrating birthday on this day, March the 22nd, the third week of the third month.
See, you can't do it without looking. See,
on the third day of the third week of the third month. What up, Charles?
Say it again without looking.
The third day of the third week of the third month. And you did not help me with that right there. I had it all by myself. FYI. Hey, if you're celebrating birthday today, happy birthday to you. Birthdays are being brought to you by Coach Oliver Adams. What up, Coach? We see you. Let me throw Coach's book up here real quick. Somebody stole one the other day, Coach. But that's what they supposed to do. There it is right there, ladies and gentlemen. Bam. But what y'all got to see, like all the great information inside of the book. But the back though, what? Look at Coach. So fresh and so clean.
So fresh and so clean.
Bam. But check out the book, oliveradams.com, of course. Shout out to Coach Oliver Adams. Like, he got some great tips in there, for real. Like, if y'all stuck on 285, y'all stuck on 285, it can definitely help you out. Hey, celebrating birthdays today. Got to start with Reese Witherspoon. She turns 46 years old today. Also, we got to say happy birthday to a football player. Can't remember what team he plays for, but JJ Watt is 33 years old today. Also, got to say happy birthday to William Shatner. Shout out to William Shatner. If you are a Star Trek fan, he was Mr. Spock's partner. I don't remember what his character was.
Were you a Trekkie?
No.
You look like a Trekkie.
Nah, dude. No, I don't. Don't do that.
Okay.
Damn, I can't remember whoever his character was. But anyway, William Shatner is 91 years old today. Really? And shout out to William Shatner because he got an opportunity to fly up into space with one of the rich billionaire folks. So yeah, he's 91 years old today.
They was probably Trekkies.
Also, gotta say happy birthday to Keegan Michael Key, comedian, 51 years old today. James Patterson, famous author. He writes all those novels. He's 75 years old today. Composer Andrew Lloyd Webber turned 74 years old today. And gotta say happy birthday to 7'6" former Philadelphia 76er. He was drafted by the Philadelphia 76ers, and he played at BYU. Sean Bradley turns the nifty 50 today. And then also two men celebrating birthday since we're talking basketball. Brian Shaw is 56 years old. Gotta say happy birthday. If you were born in the 70s, you probably listened to some of her music. Stephanie Mills, 65 years old today. And then also man, George Benson has a birthday today. He turns 79 years old. Now it sounds like you look like you got a George Benson CD in your car right now.
I don't. Okay. I don't really have CDs in my car.
Okay. There you go. Oh, Admiral James Kurt. Thank you, Charles. That's who it was. Captain Kurt. Thank you. Appreciate that, Charles. And then last but not least, man, ATL's on WB birthday today that we are shouting out today. Y'all know WB birthdays or would have been birthdays. If he would have been here today, man, Shout It Low would have been celebrating his 46th birthday today. Passed away at the age of 40 years old. We remember hearing that news. Car accident on 285 6 years ago, as a matter of fact. And we lost Shout It Low. So happy birthday to Shout It Low. So, yeah, with that being said, I also want to say a big happy birthday shout out to Southview's very own. My girl Lena is celebrating a birthday today. I tell you what, when we say it takes a village to raise a child, and the bond that our Southview crew had up there, Lena was one of those sisters that kept all of our asses in check. And then also shout out to you too, Lena, because Tasha and I will never forget we came up there and got that hotel discount pass from you so that we could stay in the Gaylord Hotel that weekend. So we appreciate you,
nice
sis.
hotel.
That was a very nice hotel.
In Florida?
In DC.
In DC.
Yeah, at the Harbor Jones. So yeah, thank you, Lena, and happy birthday to you, sis. Hey, when we come back, man, we're gonna talk about how these mortgage rates affect your mortgage, and not even that, how it'll affect us all the way down the line, because my man Alvin be following Jerome on Twitter. He thought he was a brother at first, but Jerome is a Caucasian brother. With that being said, hey, don't go nowhere. Take a quick break, real quick break. AlvinJameson.com is the website, and happy birthday to you from us mornings, Michael and Friends, Power, and Coach Oliver Adams. We'll be right back.
Keep up with Power 108.9 on social media.
Can I find you?
Instagram
At Power 108.9.
and Facebook.
At Power 108.9.
It's the exact same thing. It's at Power 108.9.
Okay.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
Welcome back. Mornings with Michael and Friends. Today's show is being brought to you by that guy right there, Alvin Jameson. Don't forget to check out the website, alvinjameson.com. If you got any questions about mortgages, man, looking for a new house, looking to refinance that junk, pull out some cash, leverage that home, it need be, all that good stuff, holla at Alvin. It's simple, alvinjameson.com. And you mentioned when you came in this morning that you picked up a couple of more states. What's the process of you picking up other states for you to do mortgages in?
I found out there's a couple of states that I don't need branch support for. So Indiana is one. When I say branch support, normally when you pick up a state, whatever branch you're associated has to be licensed.
Okay.
Well. And I found a loophole. So again, Indiana, I picked up. Michigan, I picked up. Minnesota, I picked up. So those three I have in my control. So basically I can just pay the state and do the educational, pre-licensing educational requirements, which are probably about an hour a piece. And then, boom,
you good to go.
Good to go.
You
can do business.
State by state, are they kind of similar as it pertains to mortgages?
In terms of picking up a license?
No. As far as the process of getting qualified and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean, getting a loan is getting a loan. There's little nuances like in Texas and in Tennessee because they have no state tax. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, a loan is a loan. I mean, you still got to check those three boxes. Box 1, credit. Box 2, income. Box 3, assets. You check those three boxes, you have a loan. So let's start at the top. Credit. Ideally, you want to be over a 620 score. That's what ideally you want to do. Now, I can go all the way down to a 580. Just know that you're going to get hit in the head. There's some extra rules and regulations that get placed on you because your score is a 580 and it's a risky loan because of your credit score. So ideally, you want to be over that 620 mark. So and of course, we're going FHA with that. So if you want to go conventional, ideally you want to be north of 700, really north of 720 or 740, ideally. All right. Income, you got to look at, all right, are you self-employed or do you work for somebody? If you work for somebody, then, we got to figure out how much you make an hour and how many hours a week you're working. How long you been on the job? Have you been on the job 2 years? All right, cool. You're getting overtime. All right, let's look into that. So therefore, I get the last year, 2020 and 2021, the last pay stubs that you got for that year, so I can see the totality of how many hours you work.
Not the totality. We hear you, bruh.
You see the how much you made in overtime or commissions or bonuses or anything like that. That's why we collect those end of the year pay stubs. And if you're self-employed, that's going to open up a whole can of worms, because now we got to deal with tax returns.
Yeah.
So again, tax returns, if we can go conventional and your business has been in existence for at least 5 years and you can prove it, then we can do 1 year tax returns. And then go ahead.
So I get the question all the time of people trying to figure out like if they're ready to purchase a house, right? And a lot of times it comes from self-employed people, right? Because of their tax situation, right? Where we're saying is like, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah, you can't beat Uncle Sam and try to go get a house. Yeah, exactly. Because
I didn't say that, but because his brother has been doing this for so long, he understands exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. So the easiest way for the average person to figure out if they're ready to purchase from a tax purchase, what's the easiest way for them to know?
What I run into a lot with self-employed people is most of them have good credit. Most of them have assets. So you have box 1 and box 3.
Okay. Okay.
That's most self-employed people have that.
However,
you got to go in the middle with box 2. And again, what I like to tell people is do the right thing. When you do the right thing, good things happen. And what do I mean by that? If you made $100,000, claim the $100,000. Yes, you're gonna owe Uncle Sam, but there's other benefits to that. You can go get loans, you can go get grants, you can go get stuff that helps benefit your business. Now, again, that's easier said than done, because a lot of people don't like owing people. They don't like owing the IRS. But owing the IRS is not necessarily a bad thing. It's not. Get in a payment arrangement plan. It's not like you have to pay that lump sum of money. Get in a payment arrangement plan. Check that box. You have the assets. You make the money. Set it up with auto draft, and boom, just check it. So when you go, something comes up. Oh, something comes out. Oh, I can go get a grant. Oh, I can go get a loan. Oh, I can get benefits. I'm self-employed. Oh, I qualify for that. But now, because I did the right thing and I can not ashamed of my taxes, here, go into it, walk into a bank. Here, look, I'm trying to get a business loan. Here, look, I'm trying to do this for my business. Here, I'm trying to do this. Here, I'm trying to do that.
So when that person comes to you and let's say, like, the past 2 or 3 years or so, like, not saying that they were trying to get over on the government, but they were not taking advantage. I'm looking for the right wording. Like, they were doing what was best. They were doing what was best for them in order for them to keep as much money as they could, right? Because once again, there are ways in the system that you can do that. I mean, your favorite president did it for years.
Yeah.
And a lot of wealthy folk do that because you can do that. Mm-hmm. How long does it take that person to bounce back, right? To say, okay, this is the year where I am going to get my stuff together so that in this amount of time, I'm going to be ready to purchase a house. It's going to look good on paper.
It starts with mindset.
No, I'm asking, how long does it take a person to get back into the groove? Because if my taxes in 2021 said that, my gross was 200,000,
mm-hmm.
but my bottom line says 43,000, mm-hmm. right? How long does it take for you to say, okay, you're going to have to do this for the 6 months, 12 months, 24 months?
You have two choices. If you want to buy a house, you amend your taxes, and when you amend your taxes,
I mean, you probably got to get some money back.
When you amend your taxes, it's going to probably take about 6 months, 3 to 6 months. And more importantly, from a mortgage perspective, I have to have that transcript. So if you hand me an amended taxes that says 1040X on it, red flag goes up. All right, where are your transcripts? That's the first thing that's going to come to my mind. B, you wait the next year and file your taxes correctly.
Okay.
So ideally, I probably shouldn't say this, but ideally, if you haven't done your taxes, that's probably the best time. If you haven't filed 20 and 21,
Yeah.
that's probably the best time.
I mean, that makes sense because you can go back and do it the right way that time. Yeah, I got you. I feel you.
So-
But in a perfect world though, you definitely will want them to go through a calendar year of filing legitimate taxes.
Yeah. And assuming that they have north of 700, north of 720.
Yeah, outside of those things, we're just talking about
something
taxes.
like
Yeah.
that. And your business has been in existence for 5 years. So when I say prove it, that means the first thing the underwriter is going to do is go check the Secretary of State. If you're self-employed and you have a business, they're going to go to Secretary of State and they're going to see how long you've been doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Part B to that is if you haven't, because let's be honest, people have been in business 20 years and haven't filed with Secretary of State. So plan B to that is now I got to go 5 years back and get those tax returns from 5 years back to prove that you had a Schedule C. So when I go to Tasha and be like, all right, Tosh, you know what? Yeah, you look at Secretary of State. She gonna be like, Alvin, prove that they've been in business. Show me. So what I'm gonna have to do is get 2015, 2016 tax returns, show her the Schedule C. And again, don't be afraid of it because they're not looking at the income on the tax return. They're just looking to see if you actually had a Schedule C in 2015 to prove that you were self-employed.
That's why y'all need to holler at this guy right here, AlvinJameson.com, who is hanging out with us today, right, as we celebrate the third day of the third week of the third month on National 3D Day. And you can hit him up. What's that number?
404-587-9033. Again, 404-587-9033. Give me a call. Let's have a conversation offline. By the way, he did that with one eye, people.
China is creating new billionaires much faster than the United States of America, but Americans are super rich. America's super rich still control more wealth than their Far Eastern counterparts. Yeah, China is producing new millionaires, especially female billionaires, at a much faster rate than any other country in the world. But like I said, although there are richer Americans in Forbes top 400 than Chinese men, so we creating some millionaires over here in the United States of America, but China is over there doing it a whole different way with billionaires out there. And then also too, man, our partners in Maryland, as well as our partners here in Georgia, they are the first states to suspend gas taxes to ease pain at the pumps at the White House dropped plans to send out prepaid gas cards. Boy, Uncle Joe is about to goddamn make it rain again for y'all.
Moneybag Joe.
Hey,
Moneybag Joe.
He was about to make it rain again, but somebody got in his ear, said, Joe, no, you good. Let them. They'll be okay. They will be okay. Maryland and Georgia have temporarily suspended their gas tax prices. Their gas tax as prices remain high, and the White House dropped a plan to send out those prepaid cards. Maybe that's why my gas was a little bit more affordable today. They dropped the state tax. I didn't even pay attention to that. Maybe that's why. That could be the reason why. And then also too, man. Oh yeah, I gotta tell you about my man Wilbur. I'll tell you about Wilbur. He won the lottery on yesterday. Man, last night I stayed up a little bit too later than I should have.
What's that, 10 o'clock?
Yeah, I should have went to bed.
10:05.
No, I actually went to bed at 11 yesterday. But I could have gotten to bed earlier because I got the show and stuff done faster. But it was a brother down in Florida. I think he was in Lakeland, Florida. Seventh grade education. Ended up winning $30 million lottery.
Glory to God. Look at that.
Walked away, took the cash option, and 17 mil that he walked away with was dead 3 years later.
Dead 3 years later.
Dead 3 years later. If you did not see that episode last night, it was on TV One. I can't remember what the name of that show is.
How old was he?
He's young, brother.
I
can't remember what the name of the show was, but yeah. And the thing was, you come up on that type of money, and you gotta go. Like you can't stay around that same environment. Yeah. You cannot stay around that same environment.
You gotta grow.
No, you ain't gotta grow. You gotta go.
Mindset.
You gotta go. You gotta get your ass away from there, man. And it was just a sad story. And it was a Caucasian sister that took advantage of him, and got him into that situation. But yeah, that brother walked away with 17 mil, man. Damn, and was dead after like 3 years later.
So basically, it was drugs then.
Nah, I'll tell you offline. I want people to see it so they can see it for themselves. You can pay yourself by keeping it under 70 miles per hour on the highway. What was that?
I
What was that, Charles? You can pay for what? You can pay your for cheaper.
Insurance?
No, gas. Gas. If you drive under 70, you probably burn less gas driving 70 versus you. You probably do you drive like 85.
I do.
Wow.
I do.
Wow.
I do.
That's sad.
I mean, the average speed on the highway is 80 miles an hour. That's the average speed.
Okay, he's just giving our listeners tips on if you're trying to save gas, keep it under 70 miles per hour. That's the bottom line.
I'm guilty.
Hey, New York City is having the worst unemployment rate in the United States of America at 7.5% because workers and international tourists still haven't returned to the crime-ridden city post the one-niner. Well, y'all is up there in New York like goddamn Gotham City up there. People don't want to come. The people don't want to go up there.
I don't blame them. I haven't been up there. I haven't been up there, and I can't remember the last time I went up there. I considered going up there for the high school reunion, but I didn't go. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Got too much stuff to do.
Hey, it was on this day, 1990, that a jury in Anchorage, Alaska, found Captain Hazelworth not guilty of the Valdez oil spill back in the day, if y'all remember that. And then also, too, man, it was on this day, back in 1988, that the Congress overrode U.S. President Reagan's veto of a sweeping civil rights bill. That happened on this day back in 1988. I be trying to keep y'all updated and posted on stuff. And did you know... Where do you think the first shopping mall was located at? First shopping mall. It was up north.
Minnesota.
Great job. Michigan. Southfield, Michigan. Yeah, it was on this day back in 1954 that the first shopping mall opened in Southfield, Michigan. And then last but not least, it was on this day back in 1933 that U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed a bill legalizing the sale and possession of beer and wine containing up to 3.2% of alcohol. Yep, that happened on this day back in 1933. So, yeah, they were struggling back there. They couldn't do nothing back then. Could they? Coming out of that damn that depression?
I don't know what they was doing, boy.
Man,
I don't know if I could have survived in that time period, man.
I mean, you light skinned, so you would have made it.
I don't know, man. God knows when the bring you into existence.
You light skinned, you would have made it.
I don't know if I'd have made it, man. I don't know.
Hey man, now that was some great content about self-employed folks, and just how they make it hard on themselves when it comes to purchasing. To be real, they make it hard on themselves.
I always say, man, I've been consistent, man. It's mindset, man. It's mindset. You have to change your mindset, man. Stop trying to get over. Stop trying to beat the system. Because you can do it. Yeah, you can go get a tax guy. Yeah, you can do all that stuff. But at the end of the day, if you do the right thing, if you do it the correct way, there's benefits. There's privileges to doing it the right way.
I love when my wife talks about FHA loans and VA loans, and the bottom line, she say that's government money.
Yeah, it is.
That's government money. So if you think you get ready to try to manipulate them out of getting $200 plus, $300 plus $1,000, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, there's rules with. That's why a lot of people like conventional, because you don't have to go through all the different things like that. But I mean, at the end of the day, a loan is a loan, man. You're still gonna get paid. You're still gonna do things. It's just more freedom and flexibility with FHA, in terms of credit score and debt to income ratio. And just in case you don't know, debt to income ratio basically means how much money is coming in versus how much money is going out.
One of our
simplest way of saying it.
Yeah, one of our current station sponsors, man, came to me. I saw them recently, and they were stating that, hey, they got the no doc jump back, and you talked about it before too. They got the no docs back.
They got interest only back. They got all this stuff back, man. So again, I just hope that we learn from the 2008 situation. And again, I think Jerome JP he's on it.
Hold on, how do you call that brother JP?
JP. It's JP and it's JC. It's two different ones. Jerome Powell, Jesus Christ, was JP and JC, man. But I think he's on it. I think the feds are on it. I think they've learned from past experiences that they know that they can't let the mortgage industry spin out of control. Because when the mortgage industry spins out of control, everything spins out of control.
Yeah.
So I'm a firm believer that they're not going to let that happen.
Yeah, the housing market takes you into a recession, but at the same time, it brings you out of a recession as well. So it's gonna play both ways, and like you mentioned early in the conversation, just gotta slow it down, and that's what the Federal Reserve. That's what they do. They see something happening, and they say, okay, we got even when somebody told goddamn Joe Biden, as you know, calm down on the gas cards. Yeah, calm down.
Stop printing money.
You giving them enough.
Money bags, Joe.
They'll be okay. Joe ass about to sign that thing, wasn't it?
He's like, look, y'all gonna remember me, man. I'm Money Bags Joe, man. It took a lot for me to get here. I ran a couple times. I lost a couple times. I'm in the building now, so you gonna remember me, man.
Hey, Joshua Black was a sheriff's deputy down in Palm Beach County Sheriff's Department until recently. Yeah, an internal report obtained by CBS found that he violated multiple policies while in his job. Well, guess what happened? A scorned girlfriend. Yeah, a scorned girlfriend gets a Florida cop fired after revealing to his bosses that he had sex with male prostitutes, took nude photos and sent them to men that he met on Grindr, and he bought a home that he seized. He bought a home seized from marijuana. He brought home seized marijuana for her to sell. So yeah, a scorned girlfriend will get you. So just FYI, now he's out of a job. And then also too, man, I gotta say congratulations to my man Wilbur Brown over there in Oregon. If I had to guess, Wilbur Brown is a brother. If I had to guess, you don't think so? Wilbur Brown in Oregon?
In Oregon.
Nah, that's a brother. Well, anyway, he won $8.9 million after cashing a Mega Bucks lottery ticket that he bought on Christmas Eve, and he forgot about it 3 months later. Yeah, he forgot that he had the lottery ticket, $8.9 million lottery, and now my man Wilbur will be taking home $200,000 a year for the next 30 years. So yeah, after reading the story, yeah, Wilbur is probably a Caucasian brother, because a brother he would have been checking them goddamn numbers, wouldn't he? He would have known. He bought the ticket on Christmas Eve. He would have known Christmas Day that he had won that lottery. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go with you.
I didn't know they held it that long. How long?
It's not that long. It's like 90 days. It was 120 days, 6 months. Days. Yeah. Okay. So remember, it's just March. So with that being said, give us those three. Hold on, before you do that, how does rates affect allowances and home prices? Oh, okay, Charles. Yeah, we talked about that, Charles. Just real quick, just recap the Charles. Home prices. How does rates affect home prices?
So if you have a higher interest rate, it can affect your buying power, because the ratios will go up. So everything goes on the ratios. Ratios are how much money comes in versus how much money goes out. So as long as your ratio's in order, that controls your buying power. So again, if you have a 5% interest rate, which by the way, people, they're
coming.
They're not even coming. They're here. If you have a low credit score, they're here. If you need down payment assistance, they're here. Like DPAs, they're at like 5. They're almost at 5.5 right now. Down payment assistance.
Well, shout out to you. Hey, Alvin, give us those 3 H's, man.
3 H's. Be hopeful. Again, be hopeful, man. If you had a rough year, or you're even having a rough 2020, don't quit, man. Just don't quit. Just keep going, keep pushing forward, and realize it's only temporary. Be helpful. On the flip side, if you've had a good 2021 or even a good 2022, be a blessing to somebody. Help somebody out, man. Make something happen for somebody else so God can make something happen for you. Be healthy. Again, guys, we're on, I'm not going to say we're on the other side of this COVID, but we're getting closer to it. So again, if you haven't got your vaccination shots, man, go get your 2 shots. Go get your booster shot. Go get your flu shot. Just be helpful. Be healthy. Wear the face mask. Just be healthy. And then again, remember, you woke up today. Be happy.
Alvin Jameson. AlvinJameson.com is the website.
Remember, the best is yet to come.
Hey, shout out to my man Alvin, as always, hanging out with us every Tuesday. You can check out his website, AlvinJameson.com. Hey, let's address the elephant in the room. I want to say thank you and shout out to one of the greatest Atlanta Falcons to ever play for our team. After 14 seasons as an Atlanta Falcon, Matt Ryan yesterday was traded to the Indianapolis Colts. I wish you the best of luck, Matty Ice. And I tell you what, we sent you to a great situation with an awesome running game, a great offensive line, and a nice defense. So do your thing up there, Matty. But I do want to say this about my man, Matt Ryan. It was in 2008 when we drafted him, first round draft pick. In 2008, he also won the Rookie of the Year. 2016, he was the Offensive Player of the Year. In 2016, he also won the MVP of the NFL. He's a 4-time Pro Bowler. He's also a 1-time All-Pro football player, and not to mention, he leaves Atlanta with 59,735 yards, 367 touchdowns, 120 wins, 42 game-winning drives. So from all of the true ATL Falcons that truly respected you, Matty Ice, shout out to you and congratulations on your next journey, man. And I tell you what, I will be there when we raise that number 2 up in the stadium and put you in the Falcons Hall of Fame. Hey, and with that being said, I gotta go. I got shit to do today. I'm not messing with y'all no more. Shout out to my man Alvin Jameson, and as always, shout out to Coach Oliver Adams as well. Hey, do us a favor, stay tuned. We got a lot of stuff going on today, so we'll see y'all later. It's morning. It's Michael Franz Power